Hello everyone, this is King Rex 11 and welcome back to another weekly update video by me showcasing to you everything or anything you may need and wants to know for this week's extended weekly update event from last week through December 4th into Monday, December 8th, 2025, presumably for the upcoming DLC update Tuesday, December 9th. Of course, in the hopes that most of you did show up my earlier morning preview upload, and there will not be a weekly update news video coming later after this. So the majority is repeated content, but I would just like to clarify for those of you, first of all, I have removed whatever was no longer eligible for this week's weekly update, like last week's discounts, and there's a few changes Rockstar did for this week, so stay tuned for these details coming right now. First of all, I still wonder if Rockstar is going to release any new police outfits. So Rockstar's new VIP program actually ends December 7th. With the following tier VIP rewards. For logging in, you'll get all these black tier rewards, and for completing all 3 of the new listings missions, you will be raised to a gold tier VIP. So you have until December 7th to log in to be eligible for black tier VIP rewards, giving you a free to claim Ubermacht Revolter with the 60 Nova monogram livery, as well as the Santo Capra cap, the black Santo Capra coin pool sliders, the black Santo Capra Ornate tee, and the black Santo Capra Ornate mini dress for female characters. You have until December 7th. And you also have until December 7th to, of course, escalate your Tier 2 Gold status, where you will receive $1 million within 72 hours of completion, as well as a $2 million rebate off the upcoming properties for this winter's DLC, as well as the Black Rockstar Varsity Crewneck, which both of these rewards will show up when the DLC drops, finally. In the hopes that the most of you are smart enough not to fall for Rockstar's money-hungry greeds that will anyways supply their feet to fire 34 plus more of their more hardworking employees like they did at the end of October, Rockstar is very desperate for you to try to claim this shark card deal that they're making that ends by December 7th, 11:59 p.m. And Rockstar is giving away 500,000 free GTA money for server members who link their Discord to the Rockstar Games account, who will, of course, upon doing so, will be able to receive $500,000 deposited into your Maze Bank within 72 hours, and this is what Rockstar has stated you can do to be able to link your account. And before I forget, for those who are interested, the FIB priority file this week has been reset, so you will be able to complete the FIB priority file again within the next 5 days to get an additional $1.2 million if you have already done so last week. We still have the continuing following rewards for this week, so we still have double money and RP quadruple for non-normal GT Plus members on the new listings missions, which have 3 different locations you have to drive to individually to be able to complete them. You will also be able to still complete Super Yacht Life missions on quintuple rewards, which I have been doing so for the past week on the enhanced version, showcasing all of my gameplay, making myself millions upon millions of dollars. This is actually a really good money making method. I definitely recommend doing the overboard mission since this is the easiest to be able to complete it. If you complete it fast enough within 6 minutes or so, you will receive $120,000, which is incredibly huge. If you wait till about the 15-minute mark where you're in the mission for about 15 minutes, you will be able to make about $250,000, give or take, every 15 minutes, but that's if you decide to waste your time or wait around, but it's up to you. It is still an amazing money method to do this week. I recommend it strongly, especially if you already bought the yacht from last week, which is, by the way, still on discount. Literally, it still is. So in case you missed out on last week, you still have this week's chance to be able to get yourself a very discounted Aquarius, which is the most expensive yacht. That you'll get yourself a $2 million rebate plus 40% off the renovation, which will take you anyways down to 3.6 mil, which is still worth getting this week while you still have the chance to do so. The FIB party file still quadruple money this week, so you will still be able to get yourself an additional 1.2 million in case you have already done so last week, which you can now get 2.4 mil at the end of these 2 weeks. Shipwrecks are also double money NRP, and you can also still get triple money NRP on select community combat series. which for legacy players you have these 4 death matches, these 3 last team standings, and these 4 King of the Hill modes. And for expanded and enhanced players you have these 5 death matches, these 2 last team standings, and these 4 King of the Hill modes on Triple Money NRP continuing until Monday. Deadline Adversary mode is also still Double Money NRP this week. And that is generally all the rewards available for this week. Now going into this week's discounts, these discounts are remaining for the rest of the week since the other discounts I featured last week, everything else, were mostly the Black Friday deals. However, going to gun van inventory and discounts, we still have the same discounts and same inventory going on from last week for the following weapons and their respective discounts, where every other weapon is 30% off for normal players or 40% off for non-normal GTA Plus members. As I've even shown just seconds ago, the free Aquarius upgrade is still in effect this week, and you can still get your yacht on a major discount, especially the Aquarius being the most expensive one, still being the same as the Orion, as well as their upgrades and modifications and renovations are also still discounted this week. And trust me, I checked on legacy and enhanced versions. For continuing discounts, you still have discounts on the Bravado Banshee GTS, the Ubermatt Niobe, the Benefactor LM87, the Ana ZR350, and the Inventor Kaget D10, the Progen Emrys, the Visor Neo, the Overflow Tyrant, the Ocelot XA21, the Progen Tyrus, the Lampadati Sinchimila, the Lampadati Komoda. The Ubermatt Revolter is still $0 until December 7th, and you still have a discount on the Koa Raiden, the Caracara, the Technical, the BF Club and the Imponte Beater Dukes, the Ubermatt Zion Classic, and the Class Granger 3600 XL. Or LX, whatever you want to call it. Still this thing. We still have continuing vehicle showcases this week, featuring the S80RR on the Diamond Casino podium. For the prize ride, we still have the Anis Euros for these respective prices and its strike price, where you still can place top tier for 3 days in a row in the LS Car Meet Series this week. For the test track vehicles, we still have the Karin 190Z, as well as the Lampadati Michelli GT, and the Ocelot Lynx, all through removed website vehicles with their respective prices taken straight from the game. I have done something new, by the way, which I have never known I could do, ever. No one's ever told me until I figured it out myself in experience. These cars can be purchased. The premium test ride for enhanced players are worth something, so if you wish to purchase the Bravado Buffalo EVX this week, you will be able to purchase so at around $3.9 million. We still have the Luxury Autos vehicles on discount, featuring the same Bravado Banshee GTS and the free Revolter that is completely free until December 7th with a limited time livery. And we still have the same Simeon's dealership vehicles from last week, featuring the Dubaki Champion, as well as the Benefactor LM87, the Pagazzi Tesseract, the Ignis, and the Progen Emrys. However, due to the change of discounts this week, the prices for these vehicles have changed. So for the Champion, it is now worth $3.8 million. The LM87 is still worth $2.1 million. The Tesseract is worth $2.8 million. The Ignis is worth $2.8 million. And the Emrys is worth just under $2 million. And for this week's weekly challenges, we still have the continuing weekly FIB priority file on Quadruple Money NRP, the Fine Art file. For the weekly challenge has changed. You have to complete 2 FIB files this week. I am not sure of the clothing reward if there is any this week, since Rockstar was way too lazy to release a newswire on that. We still have the same Salvador property target vehicles from last week, featuring the Grody Stinger GT through the Gangbanger robbery, the Dinka Jester RR through the Duggan robbery, and the Ocelot Jugular through the cargo ship robbery. And this officially makes it the 7th week since the last combo vehicle made available to us. The premium race this week is Congestion Charge, the time trial, which cannot be repeated again, so if you wish to beat your PB, you will not get the full time trial reward this week, which is Del Perro Pier. And the same case for the HSW time trial, where if you complete Del Perro Beach HSW time trial, you will not be able to repeat it again this week. And that's generally all the new content I have to showcase to you. Besides that, I still have just a bit of news to showcase to you. First of all, Red Dead Redemption and Undead Nightmare are now available on iOS and Android devices and free on Netflix for subscribers, and it's also now on PS5, Xbox Series X, and Nintendo Switch 2 with free upgrades and enhancements. And Rockstar Support has made notes that they're aware of an issue where Xbox players are unable to upgrade their digital Xbox 360 version of Red Dead Redemption to the Xbox Series X or S version and are working with Microsoft to resolve it, and they wish to thank you for your patience. And that's generally all the news that I have as well. So we guys did find this repeating information informative or helpful, especially that I've just started now showcasing to you the price of the premium test ride vehicle, which I've never known you could be able to purchase. No one's ever told me that until I figured it out on my own. So thanks for telling me. So that's just a bit more information as of this week and beyond for my future weekly update videos that I wish to showcase to you in these videos. Hope you guys did find this informative, and if you did enjoy, you wish to stay tuned for content like this every Thursday evening. Of course, the support is never for as well as appreciated, especially if you do support hard work, especially through my channel on YouTube. Do leave a like and subscribe, or you can go there, smile, and share this with your friends, or leave a comment on what you like or dislike of the information you've received. Thank you guys for watching, and have yourselves a great week.